Wow. Can you guys hear me? Can somebody tell me if they can hear me? Okay, good. Hi, guys. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Tay. Hi, Ate. Keisha. Shelly. Wow. Hi, Ingrid. Glad you're here. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Josie. What's up, girl? Hi, Titi Lisa. Thanks for watching, Kelly. Wow. Thanks, Ate. So I wanted to do a Q&A, and some of you guys have left me questions in on Instagram. So I guess I should just get started. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on these the chat over here. Yes, I'm nervous, Shelly, of course. This is my first one. But I'm glad you guys are here. Hey, Kenyatta, how are you? All right, so let's get to these questions. Thanks, Shelly. Thanks, Lauren. Okay, so the first question is, how many kids total do you and hubby want? So initially, we wanted like 3 kids. Well, not exactly 3 kids, but we were like, okay, we want 2, but if we just so happen to have like 2 girls or 2 boys, then we would have a third to try and get the other gender or whatever. But ever since we've had Nori, she's a little more than a handful than I expected to be. She has a very strong personality, so I am sticking with 1 for now, and maybe we'll add a second if she gets a little older and maybe can understand negotiating, because right now she has a hard time just even listening. Last night, I probably had to yell at her like 10 times because she just doesn't listen, but I know she's only 2, so she'll eventually get over that. Yes, Titi, this is my first live stream ever. Yes, I know, Lauren. I would seriously love to have another, but I don't know. I'm torn, but we'll see. I told Frank he can make the call if he wants to have another because I need all the help I can get. Hi, Nielsen's TV. Thanks for joining. Yes. You said, Tay said just a demon. Yeah. Yeah, she's a little bit of a demon child. She does growl, so that's interesting. Trying to make sure that I'm not missing any of these chats here. So the next question is, where do you plan to buy your first home? So honestly, we plan to buy here in Philly if it works out. So I don't know exactly when we're planning to start looking per se. I pretty much look online like weekly. I check the Zillow site in our area, but I don't know. It's a lot. We've been renting this place for almost 8 years now, so it's kind of crazy that we've been here for that long. But it's what's worked for us, and you know, once we're ready to buy a house, we'll commit to that. But it's really nice when something breaks, I can just call up the landlord and be like, "Hey, can you come fix this?" Because once we buy a house, we won't be able to do that. So that's another reason why I am just delaying that. Um, yeah, Shelly, me too. It's yes, 8 years. I know. Well, we were going to rent to own it, but over the years that we've been living here, I realized that this house is so old and there's so much wrong with it that I don't think it would be worth our money to invest in it, even though we've been renting it. But it's just, I don't know, it's not worth it because if we were to eventually sell it someday, we would have to gut the entire thing and redo it because there are literally chunks of wall that are just coming down whenever I hang something. So I'm just like, I don't want to deal with it. It's too old. Um, yeah, home buying is super stressful, Tay. I have had a few friends go through that process, and I it's just nerve-wracking, you know, it's a huge investment, and you just wanna make sure that you make the right decision, so that is that question. So the next question is, what's your dream job? So when I saw this question come through, I kinda laughed because I have always said that my dream job is to be a backup singer for, I don't know, anyone. I just wanna, like, be a backup singer, just be in the background, not be, like, the lead singer, and just chill in the background and then get to tour the world and do whatever, so I thought that was a funny question. Thank you, Shelley. Um, so thanks, Josie. Thanks, Keisha. Um, so the next question is, so if you had to move somewhere else, where would you move? So like I said, we wanna stay in Philly if we can. If we can't, then we'll probably move to, like, the suburbs of Philly, so pretty much within half hour to 45 minutes to the city, because I like being able to go downtown. Right now, we're, like, 10 to 15 minutes away from the downtown area, Center City, so I wanna be that close. I just like having that option. But if we could move anywhere, it would be nice to move outside the country. Before we had Nori, we really wanted to move to, like, I don't know, Costa Rica or Honduras. We just wanted to do like a 3-month stint in another country just because, I don't know, it'd be fun. But time got away. I don't know. It just really went by fast. So once we got married, it was kind of just like hit the ground running with life. You know, we got moved into this house. We had Nori. I finished grad school. So it just never happened. Um, yeah, Kenyatta, I really enjoyed doing the covers, but I realized once I started my channel back up and I was looking at my old videos, you can't monetize cover songs because they put copyright claims on them. So as much as I enjoy it, I was like, I don't think I can do it anymore because it's not going to do anything for my brand, basically. But I was thinking maybe eventually I will start doing cover songs on Instagram and just like uploading like a 1 minute clip or something either on stories or posting them. But yeah, Shelly, I was looking and pretty much half of I think I have like 20, 22 cover songs or something like that, and half of them have copyright claims on them. And it says, you know, once you're monetized, the person who has the copyright on it can either take all the money or take some of the money. So I was just like, I'm not even gonna deal with that. Um, yeah, yeah, somewhere else maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm definitely not gonna get a TikTok, so don't expect that out of me. Um, but yeah, Instagram would be a good place. Hey Jazz, how are you? Thank you for coming into my live stream. Oh no, you did? Which video did you have like Shelly, which video did you have like a claim? I mean, a background song that wasn't allowed or something like that? See, that freaks me out. But let me know if I'm missing any of these chats because they kind of go fast. But yeah, so the next question wasn't a question and it was sing for us. And sorry, I'm not going to do that this morning. Nori's still sleeping, and even though she has a sound machine, I don't want to do that. So just keep an eye out on Instagram. Maybe I'll post something. One food for the rest of your life. So I think either sushi or pizza. I say sushi because I'm obsessed with sushi and it just really makes me super happy whenever I get it. And actually, me and my friend Kelly, who I think is in here, we just got sushi like a couple weeks ago. And I don't know, it's just so good. And I could eat it like every day, but I'm pretty sure I would get like mercury poisoning or something if I ate it every day. So that's why I said or pizza, because that would probably be the safer bet and it's more versatile. So, oh wow. I wonder what song you use, Shelly, because that's crazy. Yes, sushi is the best, Josie. What kind of sushi? Ew, no, Lauren, not sweet potato rolls. No, I can't. No, I need the actual raw fish. So what kind? I like shrimp tempura rolls, spicy tuna, Philly rolls. Philly rolls have the smoked salmon and the cream cheese. Those are so good. And anything with eel and the eel sauce, that is the best. California maki. I don't even really consider California real sushi just because it's like, I don't know. Not that it's not real sushi, but it's imitation crab meat. So I don't know. I really like the authentic real fish. I mean, Lauren, they are good, but if I'm gonna have sushi, I want like the real deal. Hey Mel, thanks for joining. I know, I can't believe I did it. I was like freaking out. I tried yesterday. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you would know that I tried yesterday and it was storming. Not very bad here. It was just raining really hard. So like 20 minutes before I was supposed to go live, I clicked the go live button just to double check that I could even get on. And all of a sudden it was like no internet connection. And I was like, what? I was just on here. And I tried on Frank's laptop and then I was trying on my phone and it wasn't connecting to the Wi-Fi. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like 20 minutes before I'm about to go live and I was just on YouTube. So what are the odds that that's going to happen to me? I was like, I have the worst luck ever. Is this a bad sign? Like everyone I talked to, they were like, no, don't see it as a bad sign. Just still do it. But yeah, let me see. Don't hate on the potato. Yes, spicy tuna is so good. Firecracker. I don't think I've ever had the firecracker roll. It sounds like a spicy one. I bet you I would like it though. Yay, we love the same jazz. Of course we would because we're cousins. Yeah, everyone's gonna go and get sushi for lunch now. Yes, sushi for dinner. I know. Now I'm gonna need to have it. Hey Jill, thanks for joining. I'm so happy. Wow, I'm looking 17 people. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm just like shocked. Okay. So the next question is most useful thing you've learned while being on YouTube to have a successful channel. I'm not going to sit here and say I have the most successful channel because a lot of you guys are killing it on YouTube. So you guys motivate me all the time to be the best me. But I think maybe the most useful thing is learning how to edit. So I already had a MacBook Air prior to starting my channel, and all Apple MacBooks and Apple products for that matter come with iMovie for free. And so I basically just looked up on YouTube different things that you can do to kind of like up the ante on your editing skills. And so I learned the different nuances of iMovie, and then I also learned a little bit about Keynote. So you can do some animations and stuff in Keynote, and then you can save them there and transfer them to iMovie. So I think that that's really useful. I don't know. Sometimes when you do like some eye-catching things, or just even just where you do your jump cuts and uh, what's it called, like center to fill or whatever, all those like little things that you can do in editing kind of make it more appealing to the viewer. So it kind of helps with your retention time, people getting interested in what you're talking about and how you edit. So I think that for me was the most useful thing that I learned. And obviously, I'm still learning. I'm learning every day, all the best things to do. And you guys probably already follow a lot of the big YouTube mamas that I follow, so I get a lot of inspiration from them too. But I was shocked to see that a lot of them do use iMovie as well, so that made me feel better. Um, you poppin' girl. Thanks, Shelly. Let's see. I like my MacBook Air, honestly. Frank was like, once you start your YouTube channel and you start doing more and more videos, he's like, you'll probably want to get the Pro. And he actually just got the Pro, I think like before Christmas. But I'm pretty good with the MacBook Air. The only thing is I do tend to run out of space, but I have this actually I have it right here. I have this hard drive, and it's really small. You can see it's like fits in the palm of my hand. It's tiny. So that is 1 terabyte, and Frank got that for me like right before I started my channel. So it holds a lot, and I saved a lot of stuff on there. I don't save like anything on the actual MacBook Air itself because, as I said, as soon as I start saving things, it'll tell me that I ran out of space, which is annoying. So I definitely suggest getting something like that if you're going to go with like a smaller hard drive space on your MacBook. But I do link that in all my videos, and as well as all my equipment. So if anyone is interested in any of that stuff, feel free to check it out. Hey, Bet from Huga House. Thanks for joining. Oh, yeah. Shelly, totally get a Mac. We also have a Mac. I was telling, I forget who I was telling, but I just recently got the AirPod Pros, and I was saying that the amount of Apple products we have in our house, like I'm just looking around now. We have an Apple Watch, a MacBook Pro, MacBook Air. I have an Apple Watch. My AirPod Pros are hanging right there. It's just insane. We spend way too much on Apple, and I could have probably bought stock by now, but yeah. Not major differences, but you have the Pro because it does have better, yeah, so it does have better memory and space, but like I said, you can definitely make it work with the Air. I mean, a lot of you guys, or maybe not a lot of you guys, but I have heard of a lot of you guys doing the editing on your phone, which I could never do. Seriously, more power to any of you that edit on your phone, because I probably would have thrown my phone like halfway across Philadelphia by now if I had to edit from my phone, because I don't have the patience for that. Like if I can't get my finger to go right where I want the jump cut, I would just flip out. Oh yeah, that makes sense. You do have your photography, so yeah, a Mac would definitely be good. You should get a MacBook Air, Jazz. You should totally get one. It is the best. And when I was traveling back and forth to Chicago for work, I had to carry my work laptop with me as well as my MacBook so that I could edit things. And having 2 laptops and the MacBook Air being so thin and lightweight, I have the 11-inch. Eventually, maybe I'll want to get the bigger one, but it was awesome having that option to take both of them and it not add much weight at all. I just carried both of them in the laptop compartment of my book bag, and it was super easy. Um, Ooh, a graduation gift to yourself, Tay. Yeah, you should totally do that. That would be really good graduation gift. Yeah, Ingrid, I don't know how you did that. I feel like some people who do edit on their phone have like really cool features. They add like little things here and there, which I mean, you can definitely do that on the MacBook, but I get lazy or not lazy, but I just don't have the patience sometimes to deal with that. Um, Let me see something. Okay. So the next question, I was cracking up when these questions came through. This one said, "What's the name of the last movie you watched?" So I don't watch a ton of movies anymore. I honestly don't have time between work, YouTube, being a mom, and then just trying to stay on top of housework and everything. I don't have time to watch movies anymore. I just started watching the second season of You a couple weeks ago, maybe even a month ago at this point, and I did watch like episode 7 and 8 last night. So I just pepper them in here and there. But the last movie I watched was Christmas with the Cranks. This was obviously around Christmas time. Frank and I were just like in a really Christmassy family, like, I don't know, feeling. And we just sat down with Nori on the couch and watched Christmas with the Cranks, and she was not feeling it. After like probably 5 minutes in, like once the intros were done, she was just like, all right, I'm over this. And she went to go play. And so we were trying to watch the rest of it and we couldn't because she was distracting us. So once she went to bed, then we finished it. But yeah, that is the nature of parenthood. It's really hard. If you're not watching a movie that they want to watch, it doesn't last very long. Um, uh, Thanks for commenting on my lippy. You guys know that I'm always wearing some sort of fun lippy color. I am obsessed with lipstick. If I could wear it every day and it didn't chap my lips, then I would, but I try to just put it on here and there. Um, it would be cool to like work with like ColourPop. I buy a lot of my lippies from ColourPop. It would be cool to like get a sponsorship from them, but maybe someday. Shelly said she just learned how to add what with logo IG. Oh, IG logo. Yeah. Honestly, I look up a lot of things. I use YouTube to look up a lot of things for my YouTube, if that makes sense. I'm always watching tutorials on how to do certain editing things. Okay, can you guys hear that? There's like a fire truck coming by. Hold on, I think it's gonna come by and it might be really loud. Yeah, so I'm on, hold on. Seriously? All right, I think they're gone. I am sitting at my desk. If you guys watched my playroom / office transformation, I'm sitting at my desk in the front room, and this is literally right by the street. We have a two-way street where like SEPTA buses come by and everything. So whenever I do try to film in this room, there's always noise all the time, and the windows are not insulated very good. But wow, Bet, you do it on your phone? I didn't know that. That's crazy. I couldn't do it. Whoa, hold on. This just jumped really fast. Oh, okay. I have been looking into the 13-inch. I keep searching on Chris' computer so the ads can pop up. Oh my god, that's so smart. Jazz, if you, like, search on your husband's device, then the ads will pop up and give subliminal hints. That's hilarious. Yeah, I would try and get him to get you that. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Jill. I got this from Amazon. I will be doing a Amazon fashion haul for spring soon. I honestly just have to find the time to film it, and I don't know if you guys know this, but or maybe some of you guys know this, but Nori has a really different sleeping schedule than most kids, which that's going to change soon because she's going to preschool in September. If we can get her registered in the next couple weeks here. So she's still sleeping right now, and she will probably still be sleeping until like 1 p.m., which I know sounds really crazy to a lot of you. So a lot of the times I am awake till between midnight and 1 a.m., and then I get up for work at like 6:30, depending how much time I need to get ready. So I don't have a ton of time to film just because of those odd hours. Like, you lose daylight pretty fast in the evening, and so even when she's napping, it's pretty much dark out, so I can't film in this room. I mean, I guess I could turn the lights on, but I feel like the lights don't look as nice. Um Smallville. I know you were watching that last night. I was cracking up. It's been forever since I even touched that show, but Smallville, One Tree Hill, all those, like, shows around that time were just the best. Like, the drama is so crazy and funny. Um, I started my YouTube channel 1 month ago, and I'm still learning. Yeah. Honestly, I think even if you've had a YouTube channel for years, you can still keep learning just because YouTube is always changing things and technology is always getting better. People are coming out with different apps to make things nicer, and you just feel like you're trying to keep up and give everyone the best viewing experience you can. So, yeah, it's definitely a learning process all the time. Um, let's see. You guys are cracking me up. Wow, Shelly, you've never watched One Tree Hill? Okay, you after you're done Smallville, go to One Tree Hill. You have to watch it. I hope they still have it on YouTube because I mean, not on YouTube, on Netflix, because I did watch all the season, or I rewatched all the seasons on there. Like, I think when I was on my maternity leave, I watched rewatched all the seasons, and that show is one of my all-time favorites. Chad Michael Murray, um, everyone, they're all just great. I love, 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 love Sophia Bush. She's one of my favorites. Um, Yeah, definitely, definitely put it on your list. Josie, put it on your list. You guys are killing me. You need to watch this stuff. I don't know. If you're not like big on binging, then maybe you don't need to watch it because it is a time commitment. I don't remember exactly how many seasons One Tree Hill has, but it's a little bit of a time commitment. And you will get sucked in because the drama is crazy. Oh, you turning on the Tagalog there, Ate. um Okay, Jazz, you are the queen of binging, so add both of those to your list next. Hi, Shakura. I don't know when you got in here, but thank you so much for coming on. Um, I I'm not sure if it's on Netflix. I'll have to check, or if somebody can check for me. Um, One Tree Hill is definitely a good one. Whoa, James, what's up? Thanks for joining. Happy birthday to Tina. I don't know if she's watching this with you, but happy birthday. Um, yeah, you're a binger, Shelly. So am I. Well, I should not say that because not anymore. I used to binge so much TV. You guys should have seen me when I was on when I was pregnant, actually. I would come home from work every day. If I wasn't tired, I would hop right on the couch and binge watch TV for hours. If I was tired, then I would take a nap first, and then I would binge watch TV for hours. I watched like Jane the Virgin. Oh, Shelly, weren't you watching Jane the Virgin? Someone was watching Jane the Virgin. That was the most. No, I'm not gonna say that was my favorite show because One Tree Hill is, but Jane the Virgin definitely is a close second. That was a really good show. Um, a few days, Jazz? No, way more than a few days. It's a commitment. Okay, so let me get back to this Q&A. So the next question is, did Rose have enough room to scoot over for Jack on the Titanic? Yes, that is a real question that I got. And I think the person who asked it, I don't think she's in here right now. But I was seriously cracking up when I saw this question come through because I think that every single time I see this movie, like, why couldn't Rose move over and let Jack on the little door that she was on? Like, they could have both survived. Isn't that stupid? Somebody else, please tell me if you were like yelling when you saw that movie. Um, right? Right, Ingrid? There totally was a ton of room. Wait, what? I think I missed something here. Which series, Shelley? Um, you hated that movie? That movie's a classic. Jazz, you've never seen Titanic? Okay. I'm gonna have to yell at you when we get off this. You're killing me. Um, Stop. Lauren, you had you had a birthday party, a Titanic birthday party as a kid. Were you like standing on the edge of like the boat, like pretending you were flying? I'm cracking up. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yes, I love Titanic too. I've seen that movie probably close to 50 times, and that's not even an exaggeration because this one girl that I was friends with, every time I would go over her house, we would watch it. And I don't know why her mom let us watch that because it's not really child appropriate, but we watched it anyway. Because everyone died. Yes, I mean, no, there are some survivors, a couple. Okay, so next question is, what is my favorite shop? So, anyone who knows me, or actually everyone who knows me should know this, I love Old Navy. And Frank hates that I love Old Navy so much because, I don't know, I guess you could call it basic, but they just have the best deals. And I always find really good stuff there. And I just like that after they run out of something, they don't like make it again. So I could get like a flower printed pair of pants like in December, and then come February it'll be gone and no one will be able to have it. And so the next time I wear them, I won't see a bunch of people wearing the same stuff that I wear. So I don't know, that's just why I like that. Um Uh-oh, what happened? Shakura, did I miss something? I I'm pretty sure I have all the messages coming through, but they do just go so fast. So I'm so sorry if I missed what someone said. Um, yes, The Notebook. That is definitely a good movie. Yes, Kelly. I don't know. I just love Old Navy, and I buy a lot of Nori stuff there. Not a ton. Um, just when I do, different clothing hauls. If you see me looking up over here, is because I have the monitor so I can see Nori, but it keeps cutting out. I think because I'm in the front of the house and her room is in the back of the house. Oh, that's a good tip, Shelly. but I also have my questions on here, so I don't know if I can multitask. Um, so let me just. They don't have sizes for you, Ingrid? I guess because you're super skinny. You can shop in the kids section. I've definitely shopped in kids before. I always buy kids Uggs because they're cheaper. Um, Thanks, Deidre, for joining. Thanks, Kenyatta. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. Okay, Jazz, you're about to get kicked out of here. Maybe you should just stop admitting that you haven't seen this stuff. I forgive you. It's okay. We can still be friends. Oh, by the way, I got this new water bottle. I'm so excited about it. In the haste of all of everyone, all the big YouTube mamas sharing all their water bottles, I was like, this YouTube mama needs a new water bottle too. So I had to get one. Yes, they do go so fast sometimes, Ate, but I'm trying to read them. Okay, so favorite pastime. It used to be binge watching and going for hikes. I love going hiking with Frank. We haven't taken Nori hiking yet, I don't think. But we definitely need to do that once she's better with walking because I can't carry her when hiking. She's getting too heavy. So we used to hike everywhere. If you guys don't know this, Pennsylvania has a lot of hiking trails. A lot. Like, especially if you go more northwest a little bit, they have this place called Ricketts Glen. If you guys ever have the chance to look it up, they have a lot of waterfalls. So you just go on a hike and there's like probably like 15 waterfalls. It's so cool. So I used to love doing that. So, and then today I would say my favorite pastime is doing YouTube. It takes up a lot of my time. So yeah, I mean, doing YouTube is what I am doing now as a hobby. Hi, Flavorsome. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, thanks, Josie. Thanks so much for coming. Yes, the trails and the creeks are so nice. And then Philly actually is known for having the most parks. So we have a lot of greenery. For a city of a lot of people, there's a lot of parks and trees and paths and stuff. So that's one thing that I love about living here. If you go like down the street this way and then like a few blocks down the hill, because I live on top of a hill, it goes right to one of the trails here and it leads, you can either take a bike or even walk it. You can go all the way downtown. That's actually the trail that I run when I train. A lot of people probably don't know this because I don't think I've talked about this on my channel, but I do runs. So the next run that I'm probably going to do is Broad Street Run if I can make it in. It's one of the largest 10-miler runs in America, and I've done it 3 years so far. So this year will be my 4th, and it's gotten so large that they have to do a lottery for it. So I will enter that once they send me the email that the lottery is available, and I will try to start training for that. But that's another huge commitment. Training for a run is a huge commitment. Thanks, proud Cebuana. You're so nice. I'm trying. I mean, it's easier the more that I talk to you guys. At first, when I first came on, I was like deer in headlights. I was super nervous, but you guys are all helping me not be nervous. A hiking backpack. See, I did see, Ingrid, I did see your video where you did that hike in Arizona with Alyssa, but I don't know. It kind of freaks me out because Nori moves so much. So I feel like if I'm like hiking on the side of a cliff, she'll just like kick me and I'll fall down the side of the cliff. So that kind of freaks me out. If we did get a book bag or backpack, Frank would definitely have to wear it. Ooh, you're going hiking today, Tay? That's awesome. Take pictures. I love seeing nature pictures. Um, Shopping hikes. Yes, I do like shopping hikes too. The cheese steaks. Oh, yes. I know, Shelly. If I could send you a hot cheesesteak, I would totally do that for you because they're so good. There's the best cheesesteak to me is D'Alessandro's. I love their cheesesteaks. Like everyone would be like, "Oh, Geno's or Pat's," and I'm like, neither. I like D'Alessandro's. They're the best. Um, Flat trails, not hilly ones. Yeah, I get that. I mean, Pennsylvania is really hilly, so there's a lot of hilly trails here. But flat trails are definitely easier, Lauren. Um, oh, did Melanie have to leave? If she did, I missed it. Or is Jill leaving? Hold on. Now I'm getting confused because people are saying bye, and I'm not sure. I think I missed something. Okay, so Melanie was leaving. Bye, Mel. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I saw that, Ingrid. Can you imagine if I put the backpack on? I would just be like, whoa, I'll fall over for sure. Thanks, guys. Thanks for keeping me up to date here on these chats. So the next question is least favorite chore. I would have to say cleaning the bathtub. I don't know why. No, actually, I do know why. That is my least favorite chore because I feel like I can never get it clean enough. I have to. So I haven't shown like the second floor of my house in any of my cleaning videos just because the hallways are really narrow. Our bathroom is pretty tiny. My bedroom is a mess. And yeah, so I don't know. If I'm being honest, I don't really show a lot of that. And even though the rest of my house is a mess too, that's just where a lot of the mess ends up going when I clean it up from down here. So I never really show my bathroom, but the grout in my bathroom, like around the lining of the tub, won't stop turning black. And I've tried like bleach, I've tried several things, but I think there's like some grout cleaner on Amazon that I can buy. So I need to get to that. And maybe I will share a video with that if I feel so inclined to do so. But cleaning in general is my least fave. Yeah. I mean, honestly, me too. And if you guys have never filmed a cleaning video before, it's hard. And I commend you, Lauren. You are killing it at the cleaning videos. I just can't. And you too, Jill. I just can't do it. I don't know. I try. Maybe if I had like a bigger house with more space and I felt like I could get like really good angles, but I don't know. It's just hard. Cling toilet bowl cleaner. Okay, I will give that a try. Paint it. So that if I paint it though, won't it eventually chip? Like how do you make sure that it can withstand like heat and stuff? Because I like to take pretty hot showers, so I don't want it chipping obviously. A paint pen. Okay, I will give that a try. Yes, I know. I definitely need the cleaning videos because I like to throw them on when I'm cleaning, and a lot of you guys pick really good music, so I like, and I'll even work out to them too because there's so many videos that I need to watch. So when I'm at the gym, I'll run your guys' videos too. So especially the cleaning ones, those ones have the best music, so I like to watch those when I'm working out. Um, hey, Simone, thank you so much for joining. Happy to see you here. Um, yeah, yeah, that was a good recommendation, Lauren. I'll definitely give that a try because I think I actually do have the Clorox toilet bowl cleaner, so I will give that a try next time I clean my tub. So that's my least favorite chore. Pet peeves. So my biggest pet peeve is something that wasn't always my pet peeve. I didn't develop this pet peeve until I met Frank, which I met Frank 16 years ago. He hates it when people are eating with like silverware on plates and then they accidentally scrape the plate. It like sends like a ringing to his ears and like it just really makes him mad. And so he would always be like when somebody does it, and so I started like to get bothered by it. So now when I hear somebody do it, I'm like, "Oh my god, that is driving me nuts. I can't." So yeah, if I ever meet you guys in person and or even if you show this in your video, if you're eating something and you scrape across the plate, I'm going to mute your video because I can't handle it. Um Leave it on for an hour or two and then scrub. It has to be the cling version. Oh, okay. I have to check what version I have because I don't know if I have the cling version. But I will definitely give that a try and let you guys know if it works. Um, yes, my nerves are starting to ease up a little. Simone, if you were here like the first 5 minutes, I was just like kind of freaking out and slowly like cowering. But as the time has gone on, I feel like I'm just like talking to friends. So, which you guys are friends, so it's not a lie. Um, yes, don't scrape the plate. Thank you. Oh my God, Bet. You just doused your tub in the cling stuff. That's hilarious. Yes, I also hate it when people are smacking their lips when they're eating food. Like that sound is just not okay. I remember when I was little and I would be eating and this is when I didn't know any better yet. I would like be smacking my lips and my sister would be like, excuse me, are you a cow? Like what are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, can you chew with your mouth shut? I'm like, oh, yeah. So ever since then, she would always be like, are you a cow? So that stuck with me since I was little. So I don't do that anymore. Um, Next question. How do you balance work, family, and YouTube? So that is the question of the century for me. I'm still figuring it out, honestly. And it's really hard. I don't get a ton of sleep. I average between like 5 and 6 hours of sleep. I try to catch up and get like 7 hours of sleep on the weekends, but yeah, I don't get a lot of sleep. I spend a lot of my day awake and doing stuff. So I do go to work Monday through Thursday. I go to an office, and then Fridays I work from home. And that's why it was great that I got this desk in here because I need it to work. I was working from my kitchen table, and that was really hard to do and hard to manage. And now I have a dedicated place to edit my videos and now do these live streams. So I love it. Um, but yeah, it's really hard. And I throw like working out into that. So I go to the gym on my lunch break. I eat my lunch at my desk. And once I'm home with Nori, I try to spend as much time as I can with her. And I'm lucky because even though she does have a weird sleeping schedule and I'm up super late, it sucks for me that I don't get as much sleep, but it's good for me and her to spend time together because if she had a normal sleeping schedule, then she would go to bed like probably within 2 hours of me, or maybe even less, of me being home. And so because she's up really late, I get to spend a lot more time with her. But I am counting down the days for her to go to daycare just because, I'm gonna move the monitor down here because I feel like it keeps cutting out. I get to spend more time with her, but yeah, no. Once she goes to daycare, I'm gonna enjoy the extra time that I get for myself and sleeping too. Um, let's see. I look like a pro. Thanks, Simone. Yes, thanks, Ate. Thank you for making sure there are no weirdos in here. Um, yes, what is sleep? I don't know. I always say I'll sleep when I'm dead, right? Um, bye, Ingrid. Thank you so much for joining. I'm happy you were able to come on here. Uh-oh, was somebody saying something bad? I'm glad that I missed it. If if they were. Um, oh yeah, there's a question here, why don't you sing anymore? And I did say that earlier, but if you missed it, YouTube will put copyright claims on cover songs. I don't know if it's like that for everyone because I know that there are some um, famous people, or they're YouTube famous now, but they started out doing cover songs and they still do them. I don't know if there's a way around not getting copyright claims, or maybe they just do it because they get a lot of like sponsorships and stuff. And so even though they can't make money off of YouTube, maybe they make money elsewhere by doing them. But yeah, I won't be doing that anymore. And if I'm being really honest, hey Troy, thank you so much for joining. Happy to see you here. Um, if I if I were to film cover songs again, they honestly take me a really long time because like these are the types of things that you don't see when people are filming because you can edit it out. But it takes me probably 15 tries to do a cover song, and if you look at my old ones, the quality wasn't great or anything because I was filming off of my MacBook for most of them, and yeah, they're just not that good. But all the people who do like really professional cover songs, like where they record the song first and then they um, make like either a music video out of it or whatever, that takes a lot of work. And I just don't have that kind of patience to do that anymore. But yeah, maybe YouTube was less strict back then. I don't know. When I was doing these cover songs, I wasn't really like checking my analytics or checking the settings on my videos or anything. I was just doing like a one take shot, not even really editing it. I would like add a couple like not animations, but like a couple text features on it, and then like a brief end screen, and that would be it. So I didn't really do much with it, but yeah, they were really hard. I don't think I would wanna do those again, but if I do start trying to do cover songs, I will post them on Instagram, and I'll do, like, probably, like, a one-minute clip because I think you can upload or post 1 minute worth of a clip on Instagram post, um, but yeah. Thanks, Jill, for coming on here. Yes, keep an eye out for the sweater. I will try to link that when I do my spring Amazon haul. Bye. Um, okay. I think I made it through. Oh, wait, no. Here's one. Are you a Filipino? So I've definitely talked about this before. If you guys haven't seen the video that I did where I listed off a couple superstitions, like Filipino superstitions that my mom used to tell me, you should definitely watch that video. It's somewhere early on. I can't remember exactly when I posted that, but it's early on my channel. after my cover songs. Like, once I restarted my channel in August, it's there somewhere. Um, but if you don't know anything about Filipinos, they're really superstitious, and my mom used to say a lot of really funny things to me growing up, and I believed half of them until I got older, and I was like, "Wait, that doesn't even make any sense." So it's just funny to me. I'm trying not to pass any of those superstitions off to Nori, so she's not like, "What are you talking about?" Um, and then the next question is, do you know how to talk in Tagalog? So Tagalog is the language. It's the main language of the Philippines. There's another dialect, Ilocano, but my family speaks Tagalog, and I I can say some words. Actually, I can say a lot of words, but honestly, I don't ever talk in Tagalog because my accent is American. So every time I would ever try, like I used to go to the Philippines a lot when I was little. We used to go every year from when I was like tiny, tiny until about fifth grade. And then it got harder and harder for me to miss out on school because when you go to the Philippines, you have to be there for like a month to make it worth the time that it takes to fly out there. So I would take like a month off from school. And as I got older and I got more workload, we stopped going every year. And then it would be like every other year. So every time I would go to the Philippines, I would speak Tagalog when I was there, or at least I would try. And then my family would be like, "You're so cute. Your accent is like so American." And so like that made me really self-conscious. So I honestly never speak. But I can type it sometimes. So when I watch Yasmin's videos, I will sometimes type in Tagalog in her comments. But yeah, it's not easy. No, you're putting me on the spot. I don't want to. Yeah, the Philippines is so nice. I know recently they had the volcano eruption there, and that was actually in my mom's province. But luckily, I spoke to my family that still lives there, and they're all fine. But that's so scary, all the different like natural events that can happen there. Um, that's you with Spanish. Yes, Simone. Yeah. How long is the flight from where you are to Namibia? Because from here, from the Philly area to the Philippines, it's like a total of 18 hours. So usually you'll hop the first flight and that'll be like around 14 hours. Um, it'll go straight from either New York or Newark, New Jersey, and it'll go to like Korea, depending what airline you take. And that'll be a straight 14 hours. And then you stop in Korea and get moved to a smaller plane, and then I'll be like another 4 hours. Um, but oh yeah, Puerto Rico, right? Yeah. Oh my God, sleep outside for days. That's so sad. Bye, Jazz. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. I will text you later and tell you to watch all those things that you haven't watched. um, yeah, that is so scary. I like actually my husband's family, Frank, he has family from Puerto Rico. And I think a lot of them don't live there anymore, but he's Puerto Rican and black, so he does have Puerto Rican family. And yeah, that is just awful. Hopefully, yeah, the hurricane. I know. All these natural disasters, it kind of freaks me out. I don't know if anyone has like researched for sure if it's all related to like global warming, but it really freaks me out that all this stuff is going on lately. Um, Troy, you learned your numbers in Tagalog when you were in college? No way! That's so cool. Okay, I can do that, ate. I'll count in Tagalog. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, siyampu, sampu. Did I say it right? That's about all I'm doing, counting. Yeah, 14 hours plus 4 is a lot, and I wanna take Nori to the Philippines someday, but I can't. I mean, that flight maybe if I do it, when my mom can go, maybe I'll do it, but yeah. Um, 2 hours to Germany, then 2 hours wait, then 11 hours to Namibia or longer if going to South Africa, then Namibia. That's a pretty long flight. I don't think I mean, it's not the worst. I think the Philippines is definitely worse than that, and Frank and I went to Thailand for our honeymoon, and that was, like I think that was, like, 16 hours or something like that. Um, so yeah, it is a long flight. Good, I did get to 10, I made it. Okay, so let me see. The next question is I think this is the last question that I have. So what are the Filipino memories that you have? Um, so as I mentioned that video, you should check that one out. Um, but that one just has like superstitions that my mom told me. Some memories that I have are going to the Philippines and um, since we would be there for so long, I would have to go and see like pretty much all my family. And today, not a lot of my family lives there anymore. And they've all mostly spread out. Like I have some family in Dubai, some family here in like the New Jersey, PA area, some family in New York. Um, but yeah, for the most part, not a lot of my family is there anymore. And yeah, I just remember going there and just eating a lot of food, being with a lot of family, and just seeing the Philippines. There's a couple places that I've gone to, like Tagaytay, and I've been to Cebu, Bohol. There's a place called, I think it's in Bohol. It's Chocolate Hills. You guys should Google that because it's literally like mountainous hills, but the shrubbery or the plants that are on it, I think it's like rice fields, maybe. Um, everything, I don't know if it's dead or whatever, but everything is like brown, so it really looks like chocolate hills. And when you go there, you can walk up these steps to get really high up so you can see everything. Um, that was the last time that I went to the Philippines, and I think that was in 2006, I believe. That was the last time I went, which was a really long time ago. I really wanna go again, but, like I said, if we have to take Nori, I want my mom and my dad to be able to go because they'll be able to help me on the flight with, her. It would just I don't know. I feel like she would probably have a lot of temper tantrums. Um 2 and 5. So that was a good age. See, Nori's 2, almost 2.5. She'll be 2.5 next month. And yeah, I don't think I could do it with her at this age. I think she would probably need to be like 3 or more. I'm thinking maybe when she's in preschool, maybe she'll listen a little better, but right now, while she is this age and home with us most often, she tries to push her luck with us a lot. She tests us like every single day. So, with her doing that, I don't think I could handle going to the Philippines. Um, yeah, see, she'll watch movies for like 10, 15 minutes maybe. And then, yeah, she'll just be like, okay, I'm bored. What's next? Wow, I've been to more places than you. That's crazy. Um, yeah, I mean, it's so nice over there. You should definitely go back. When do you ever plan on going back, Yasmin? There's definitely so much to see there. I mean, I'm sure it's changed a lot. I haven't been there in a really long time, so I don't know. I really want to go back. My Filipino friend on here told me to check the Chocolate Hills out as her fam lives there. They look wow, lives there. That must be so cool to live there. They have these little monkeys. They're called like I think they're called tarsiers. When I was there, I had one put on my shoulder and I got to take a picture with it. They're so cute. They're like really tiny, like this big. And then they have like these super bug eyes. And I don't know, they're just really cute and tiny. You guys should look them up. Um, let's see. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you guys saw my recent video about the Jack and Lily shoes, I said that I was going to post a giveaway. So I did recently post that this morning on Instagram. So if you have Instagram, head over there, check out the post, follow the rules, and I will pick the giveaway winner, I think, what did I say, next Saturday. And you'll be able to pick a pair of shoes from their website. And so you have to be comfortable giving me your address. I promise I won't do anything with your address if you win, but you guys should check that post out. Um, yeah, flying with Nori would be super stressful. I don't think I could do it. Yeah, kept kicking during the whole flight. I know. I don't know if Nori would kick. So we did take our first flight with her to Mexico back in April. I think it was March or April last year, right around Easter time. So we took our first trip with her, and she didn't do too bad. I ended up giving her some melatonin. She takes that not regularly, not every single day, but we do use melatonin for her because she's such a hyper child that she has a hard time winding down when it's time for bed. So we get her like the little melatonin gummies, and they definitely help a lot. She'll fall asleep like pretty much within a half hour. So I gave her one of those right when we were about to hop the flight, and she slept all the way there for the most part. But then coming back, like, it didn't work the same. I was expecting it to be the same deal, and I don't know if she was just overtired at that point because we had to wake her up early to hop the flight back home, but she was a demon child on that flight, and I felt so embarrassed. I was, like, sweating. I was like, "Oh my god, I am that mom on the flight that has a screaming child, and I can't get her to calm down." She was just doing the most, like, freaking out. People were staring, but I don't know. Everyone was, like, reassuring us that it's fine, like, she's just a baby, and yeah. So I just no. Um, oh, yeah, that's true. You get mad at children that kick you. Okay, no problem, Shelly, thank you. Yeah, I know. If you aren't a mom and you see a child that's out of hand, it's so easy for you to get pissed off. But because I used to be that way, I would like look at or like, are you kidding me? Like somebody get control of this child over here. But once I became a mom, I totally understood it. I was just like, oh my God, I feel so bad. Actually, one of the last times that I flew out to Chicago, on my flight back, there was a mom going through TSA, and um she had like a huge duffel bag on her arm. She had a luggage that she was toting, and then she had her daughter. and she just had too much to carry, and it was just her and her daughter must have been, like, maybe 3 or 4, and her daughter was screaming, crying, walking through TSA, and I felt so bad. Everyone was just staring at her, but I was just like, I feel for her. Like, her daughter kept saying that she wanted up, like, she wanted to be carried, but her mom just had way too much in her hands, so I totally understood why, 1, her daughter was freaking out, and 2, why she just couldn't do it. I didn't blame her at all. I was like, "Oh my god, I feel so bad for her." Hi, Lori. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I would be, like, sweating bullets. What's a boomerang effect? I've never heard of that before. Can you elaborate, Bet? Um, I'm assuming that means something like where it doesn't work, because that probably Flight to Texas. Um, wow, 1 and 2. Yeah, you have your hands full with 3 and under, right? I think I'm remembering that correctly. I don't think I could do a flight with more than 1 child. Nori is enough to handle. Um, yeah, so I don't think I could do it. But if I do get the chance to go to the Philippines with Nori, like I said, it has to be with my mom. Um, I would love that because Frank has never been, and actually, my mother-in-law has been to the Philippines before for work. And so I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe she has been, but Frank hasn't been." And we've been together for such a long time that he should have been by now. Um, but yeah, so I don't know. Aside from that, my other favorite Filipino memories are just getting together with family. I have a pretty big family. I'm the youngest of, I think, 21. I think it's 21 first cousins, and then we've all had children for the most part. So if we were to get together, and this is just from my mom's side. My mom is one of 7 and my dad is one of 16. So if we were to all get together in one room, we would probably need probably more like an arena because we have a pretty big family. Um, okay, yeah, that makes sense. The opposite of what it's supposed to do. I don't that's probably exactly what happened to her on the flight home from Mexico because I was just shocked. I couldn't believe that she was just, like, freaking out, like, out of her skin freaking out. Oh, wow. Your oldest turned 4. Still, though, that is a lot of young kids that I don't think I could handle, but everyone says that they have kids back to back to back because it'll be hard for a certain amount of years, but then you just get it all out the way. And so, like, everyone keeps telling me, like, "Oh, you need to have another, you need to have another," but I would rather space them out more if I were to have another because with Nori's personality, it would just be easier if I can be like, "Hey, can you help me with your brother or sister? And can you help me change the diapers? Can you help me do that?" And I think once she's like 4 or 5, she'll probably be better with that. But right now, if I try to talk to her, she won't even look me in the eye half the time. She's just like not focused. So I can't even get her to listen. Um, 6 of you. Shelly, I don't think I knew that you were one of 6. That's crazy. Bye, Bet. Thank you so much for joining. Um, 20 months apart. 3.5 years later. Okay. That's not bad. I don't I don't know. I feel like because that would have been what? Like more than 6 months ago at this point, I would have had to have another if Nori was to be 20 months apart from her sibling. That just yeah, she wasn't too good at that point. She's like I said, her personality is just really strong, and I think it's probably has to do with the fact that she's home with us. She probably knows that she can get away with a lot, and she demands a lot of our attention. Her favorite thing to do now is be like, "Hand," which means, like, "Take my hand, I'm gonna take you somewhere." So she does that all day. Like, you're not allowed to sit on the couch, you're not allowed to cook or clean or do anything. She just wants you to go and play with her. But I'm thinking it's because she doesn't have any playmates. So when she goes to preschool in September, she'll probably get some little friends there. And then we can take her on play dates, and then she'll just wear herself out, be exhausted. So I think she'll definitely really like going to preschool. And I'm excited for her to get to that stage, even though she's growing so fast. I'm excited for her to go. Um, 3 boys, 3 girls. Yes, you were the best of them all, even though I don't know them. That's funny. Thank you, Nielsen's TV. Enjoy your dinner. Big-ish gaps. Yeah, I like gaps too. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's TBD if I'm gonna have another. I told Frank if he wants another, he can definitely push for that, but I'm just like, I'm either good with one or good with one more, but we'll see. Um, Shelly, you're cracking me up. Okay, let's see. Um, I think I am out of questions. I want to keep going if you guys want me to. So if you have any additional questions, why don't you drop them in the chat and we can keep talking. Um, Smile more. I don't smile when I'm thinking. I get really serious and then I like furrow my eyebrows and people think that I'm mad, but that's just my serious face. I can't help it. I feel so bad if I missed anyone's chat at the top. They were coming so fast at one point and I was trying to get through the Q&A, but I probably did miss a bunch of stuff, so maybe I'll have to go back on later and double check what I missed, but what is your favorite takeout? Um, that's a tough one because being where I am, we're really close to a lot of food, and now that they have stuff like Grubhub and DoorDash, um, there's a lot of access to food right at your fingertips. So, if I had to pick a favorite, I don't know if I could just because we have so many options. I really like we can do sushi takeout here because there's a spot, a really good spot, like 5 blocks away, and we can either go and pick it up or we can order through Grubhub and they deliver. So since I said if I could or if I had to choose one food to eat for the rest of my life and I said sushi, then I would probably pick sushi. But there's a really good barbecue spot right down the street too. They have like platters where you can get like ribs or brisket, and then it comes with like sides like potatoes, mac and cheese. Um, so those that takeout is so, so good. And then obviously your generic like Chinese takeout when I'm in the mood for that. I love Chinese takeout. Um, yeah, I know. I don't know how Shelly, I don't know how you do these lives and you keep up with it so good because it just sometimes when like in the very beginning when everyone's like yada yada yada, I'm just like watching it out the corner of my eye. I can see it and I'm like, oh my god, that's going so fast. Um, but I'll have to look up some tips how to do live so I can become like a real pro at this. Um, Least favorite drink. Um, is this alcoholic or non-alcoholic, or does it not matter? Oh, that's a good one. I'll have to see the problem with the iPad thing. I'll get back to the drink in a second, but the problem with the iPad thing is I put the sound like white noise on the iPad because Frank's sleeping right now. And if you don't know this, we work opposite schedules. So he worked like all night last night. So and he got back late this morning. So he'll be sleeping until like probably this evening. Um, so yeah, I put white noise on the iPad for him. And then Nori has white noise in her room, so I can be down here doing whatever I need to do, and no one will get disturbed. But so I have an iPad too, but I have like the first generation iPad mini, and that one is really old and I haven't updated it in forever. So when I turn it on, it is slow, super slow. And then um, it doesn't hold its charge very good. So I'll have to figure out a different alternative. Maybe I can borrow Frank's phone or something. So for the drinks, I think my least favorite drink, non-alcoholic, is like the yellow or orange grapefruit juice. So I like ruby red grapefruit juice, but the orange one or the yellow one, that stuff is nasty. Every time I taste it, like I want to, well, I don't like that stuff. But my least favorite alcoholic drink, that is not that hard to name because I don't like the taste of alcohol. So if I'm gonna drink alcohol, I like wine. I can tolerate the taste of wine. I have always been like a white wine drinker, but I did start liking red wine. There's a specific red wine that I like. It's called like Beaujolais, I think is how you say it. That's my favorite red wine. Um, Other alcoholic drinks, like doing shots and stuff, I don't like to taste the alcohol, so I will try to do shots that are like girly. Um, I can't handle the flavor. Like as soon as um plain liquor like vodka, rum, anything, as soon as it hits the back of my throat, I instantly gag, so there's no way. Um yeah, giving advice and you don't do that. On another device on hand to read the chat. Yeah, that would be easier, but I would have to see if I could even manage having another device. Actually, I have um access to other like laptops, like my work laptop and stuff, so maybe I could do that. But um on the TV. So, I don't think I could do it on the TV because my TV is in this room behind the curtain here, and I'm streaming from my laptop. So if I were to do that, then I would have to keep my laptop on my lap or put it on a tray table or something, and the lighting isn't as great in there. So I'm in my front room, and it has these big windows here, and then there's a window right here next to me, and then the door has a window on it. So there's a lot of great light in here. And actually, I was thinking this earlier. I think that the reason why the internet decided not to work for me yesterday and I couldn't get on this live is because it was so cloudy out yesterday because it was raining and storming. So, because of that, I think maybe Mother Nature was like, I'm gonna throw you a bone here because the lighting will be bad for you, so I'm gonna just cut out your internet for several hours, and you won't be able to do this live until tomorrow. Because I was even gonna try to get on while Nori was napping, but by the time she naps, it's dark anyway, and I said this before, but I don't like the lights in this house. Maybe I just need to change the bulbs, but everything just looks like yellow. I don't like it. Um, you should do a live. I want to see you do a live. At the Yasmin, you have to do that. Hey, Sandy, thanks so much for joining. I'm happy that people are still coming in here. There's 8 of you now, but hey, I honestly thought like 5 people would show up, and I know all 5 people because I asked them to come in here. So, oh my God, dogs. So I have one dog, and she is upstairs right now with Frank, sleeping too. And I thought about bringing her down here with me, but because we have hardwood floors, she's always like scratching her nails on the floor, and it's super distracting. And so whenever I have to film something, I'm like, all right, I'm putting you upstairs because all anyone is going to hear is nails scratching on the floor, and that would drive me nuts. Um, Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate that. I was super nervous, and I was talking to Ate Yasmin before I hopped on here, and she was just like kind of pep talking me a little bit, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're actually making me more nervous." Just because I don't know. I try if I know I have like a big thing to do, like a run, or when I used to sing like in the talent show when I was like in school and everything, I would try my hardest not to think about it until I was about to go do whatever I had to do. But if I think about it too much, I'll get like in my head and then I won't be able to sleep. So luckily, I wasn't really thinking about this live all that much. And I think the fact that I was so frustrated with the internet going out yesterday, it kind of made me feel like, all right, whatever. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then it just wasn't meant to be. So I think because of that, I didn't really feel that nervous about it. But then when I was talking to at the Yasmin, I was like, oh my God, now I'm getting nervous. And then, you set up the live and then it's like counting down for you to take your like thumbnail picture. And then I was like, so I was like, oh my God, once the camera comes on, I'm going to be looking at the camera like deer in headlights. But once I started seeing people in here, I was just like, okay, it's fine. Like it's like talking to friends, right? Um, you would not die. You have to do a live stream. You're so funny. You are confident. Alicia, hey girl, what's up? I actually answered your questions earlier. I wasn't really saying who asked what questions. I was kind of keeping it anonymous, but the question you asked me was just too unique and funny. So I was hoping that you were gonna hop on here, but Alicia was the one who asked the question about whether or not Jack had enough space to be with Rose on the door to be saved. I was dying laughing when you sent me that question. And I was yeah, you're a little late. No, it's fine. You're fine. Um, I was like, yeah, of course there was room. And then like all these people, including Shelley, said that they didn't like Titanic or they didn't see it. And I was just like, what? I thought everyone has seen Titanic. And I was like, my one friend, Jazz, who was on here earlier, she was saying like she hadn't seen Titanic, she hadn't seen The Notebook. And I was like, oh my God, if you have not seen the Titanic or The Notebook, then right after you hop off of this live, you need to go watch it because those movies are classic. Um, Yeah, I guess you're right though, Shelley. It is kind of morbid with like all the dying and stuff, but I don't know, it's just such a classic. And then Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On is such a classic song. Really, really interesting fun fact. When I was in the 4th grade, we had to, not had to, I don't know why we did this. My teacher was like a new teacher to the school. And so we would do the Pledge of Allegiance every day. And then we at some point decided that we would sing My Heart Goes On every single day, like after the Pledge of Allegiance. When I think about it, like that is so weird why the teacher would even allow that. But it was so funny. The whole class would do it, like all 15 to 20 of us that were in that class, a bunch of little 4th graders would sing My Heart Goes On every single day after Pledge of Allegiance. Hilarious. But you are not so old, Lori. I saw that too when it first came out. Um, you think about that way too often. Sorry if I'm like reading the chats like out of order, but it was really hard earlier for me to read stuff. You had to pee before I started. That's fine. I mean, you made me nervous. Luckily, I didn't have to pee. But yeah, Lori, you are not too old. I watched it when it first came out, and I was really young actually, and I shouldn't have been watching that type of movie, but my mom let me watch it, and then this girl that I kind of grew up with, I used to go over to her house every day and we would watch it too. So, hey Maria, thank you so much for stopping by. The Notebook is iconic. That one I haven't seen as much. Like I've watched Titanic like probably 50 times, and that's a long ass movie. But I have seen The Notebook probably maybe like 10 times. So still seen it a lot, but not as much. Yes, My Heart Will Go On. That is such a good song. You heard they were making another boat that will take the same route as them? Oh my god, like a tour or like a cruise ship? That is interesting. I They'll probably, 1, charge a lot of money for that, and 2, I don't think I would go on it just because I would feel like I was, going on, like, a cruise ship with, like, spirits or something. I mean, I don't really that sounds so funny, but I don't really believe in that kind of stuff, but I feel like someone would try and find a way to creep me out and make me, like, wanna jump off the ship or something. Um, no, I feel like, I mean, I've never heard you sing, but I feel like maybe you could sing a little bit, I don't know. The running joke is that all Filipinos can sing because we're huge karaokeers, if that's probably not a word, but we all love to do karaoke. In fact, I think a lot of Asians love to do karaoke, and I grew up doing karaoke, and my family, the second I stepped in the house, they would be like, "Put down your stuff and go sing." Like I was like the show dog. It was like my one talent, and everyone would be like, "No, no, like what are you doing? You can't eat first. You have to go sing right now. Go." And so I would always be the one to sing. And so the running joke is that all Filipinos can sing, but I will tell you that is not true. It's definitely a superstition or a myth because I have family members who can't sing. So, um, yeah, so I did actually go through all the questions earlier. So if you came late, then you'll have to either watch it back. There is a fuzzy in my hair. Um, Sorry, I have like ADD. So yeah, if you missed the questions, then you can watch them back. But if you have any questions right now, you can drop them in the comments or the live chat over here. Can we not honk right now? I'm telling you, city living, and we're not even in like the heart of the city. There is so much noise all the time, and this is why I put white noise on for Nori and for Frank when he's sleeping, because it just gets so noisy. I can't, like I can't deal with it. I mean, it's soothing a little bit because 'cause I'm just used to all the noise now having been here for so long, but eventually, I think, like, once I'm over being near the city, I wanna move to, like, the quiet suburbs and have some land because I think in my older once I'm older, I won't like all the noise. It'll probably be hard for me to sleep. I'll probably become one of those, like, really light sleepers. Yes, karaokeers is definitely a mouthful. Will I ever move? So I did say that we are trying to stay in Philly for the most part. Like, we don't own this house right now, we rent it. So once we're ready to buy, we will be looking in the same area of Philadelphia. And um, I don't think I'll ever leave like the Northeast area. As nice as it would be to move to, like, somewhere where it's warm, like, maybe where you are, Shelly, I cannot handle heat. Like, I don't do well with heat. I like having 4 seasons. I like seeing the leaves fall. I like having snow. I mean, I don't love driving in snow, but I do like to look at it. So, I don't think I'll ever leave this general area ever, but I'm open to it if we had to. Like, say I got a job and I'm like offered to relocate, and maybe I'll consider it, but I'm not sure. Um, sound like a frog. No, I highly doubt that's true. Yes, being a four seasoner is what I like. I don't know. Um, I do I do like that, like, you can have the option. If you want to go on vacation somewhere warm when it's cold, then I can go and do that, but I just like having the options to be freezing cold or to be hot. But honestly, so far, this winter hasn't been that bad. Like, I've seen and experienced way worse winters. Right now it's only 45 degrees out, and I know if my friend Jazz was still on here, she would be like, "Girl, that is freezing," but because she lives in, Texas. But no, I mean, that is kind of warm to me right now, and the other day, like, last week, it was 22 degrees outside, and I was freezing, but the thing with that is you can put layers on. I like boots. I love boots, and I love do you see all our coats over here? I love coats. I don't mind it. I don't mind the cold, and the fact that it changes, like, once I really, really get sick of the cold, I know that, spring is right around the corner, so it's not that bad. Um Yeah, Lori, I definitely when I first came to your channel back in, like, August, I think it was, I knew that you were from, like, the New England area because your accent, I love your accent. It's, uh it's pretty strong, but I have been to Boston before. Frank and I were actually gonna move to Boston back when I was looking at colleges. So when I applied to colleges, I visited, like, 3 schools in Boston, Boston University, Northeastern University, and Boston College, and so I did apply to those 3 schools and unfortunately didn't get into any of them. There was one school that was like, "Well, if you do your studies for a couple years at one school, and then reapply, we might admit you," and I think the reason why I didn't get in is because I am a terrible, terrible standardized test taker. I can't focus for the life of me, especially if it's reading comprehension. I'm just like thinking about everything else other than to be reading. So I've never done well with those. So when I had to take the SATs and the ACTs, I ended up taking both of them. I did not do well. And it's crazy because I was an honor student in high school and I graduated with honors in college. So it's not like I'm not like intelligent or whatever. I just can't take standardized testing. So, yeah. Um I love the cold, hence I'm in the UK, don't do well with heat and humidity, and I was born and raised in the Philippines. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like the cold too. I definitely like the fall the best because especially when it's first fall, when it's still really sunny and warm out when the sun is out, but there's like that like little crisp breeze. That is my favorite all time. I love it. So, um no, don't try to hide your accent ever. I love your accent. I love any accents. People have told me before that I have an accent, but I don't really hear it. I guess you could say it's a little bit of Jersey, which is where I grew up, and maybe a little bit of Philly. Like some people will comment on the fact that I say water, and I didn't grow up saying it like that. I know it's water, and that's pretty much how I grew up saying it, but then I've been living in Philly for so long that it kind of just like wore off on me. So, yeah. But no, Lori, don't ever hide your accent. Um yeah, they are hard to get into. I remember one time I was taking the ACTs and it was like a 4-hour long test, I think, or something like that. And as I was getting close to the end of it, I was getting really hungry and my stomach growled. And so then I started thinking about what I was going to eat when I was done the test. And next thing you know, 10 minutes have passed and I hadn't answered anything in that 10 minutes and it's timed. So I was just like, "Oh my god, I have really bad ADD for this. I can't I can't do these standardized testing." Um yeah, I know I'm not alone. A lot of people suck at testing. My watchers still tell me even if I talk in Tagalog, I still sound more English. Yeah, you do have an English accent, and I like it. My aunt lives in South Wales, but she grew up in the Philippines, but she's been living in South Wales for probably like over 10 years, I would think by now, and she has an accent. So she'll be like, "Can I get you some water?" And I think it's so cute because she's Filipino, so she speaks Tagalog, but she has like an English accent. I'm just like, "Oh my god, that is the cutest thing." Or maybe it's like a British accent. Um, oh, thank you, Lori. I don't think my accent's very cute, but sometimes I think it's annoying. I'm like, "Why did I say that like that?" I'll like be editing my video and I'll be like, "I really don't like how I said that. I wish I could like take it back and redo it." Hello, Trip Nicolu. Yeah, sorry, I butchered that. I can't say I can't say your channel name. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for joining. You have a speech problem. Is that real or are you just saying that? um, no, sometimes I think my brain thinks too fast for my mouth to spit my words out. So I'll end up just like tripping up my words, like saying like if I had to say like fuzzy scarf, I'll say like scuzzy farf or something like that. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I just end up laughing at myself for like 10 minutes and I can't get my words out even more. Um, but no, Shelly, you do not have a speech problem. In fact, your voiceovers are my favorite because I just love how like authentic you are. You'll just be like pretty much making fun of yourself. And I don't know, even though you're too hard on yourself sometimes, I think it's hilarious. um, oh, okay. Trip. Yeah. You're right. I can totally shorten people's channel names if I'm, like, not able to say it. Thanks so much, Maria, for stopping by. I have some of your videos to catch up on too. Actually, I have a lot of your videos, a lot of you guys' videos to catch up on. It is so hard for me to stay on top of them. I try to, sometimes I'll let people's videos build up and then I'll go and binge everyone's, just because it's easier for me to like binge the same person's channel, um, rather than try and like keep up with everyone's like as it goes, just because I end up not having the time. Like, honestly, I barely get sleep as it is. So I apologize if I am really behind on your videos sometimes, but I eventually make it there. And if I don't, hey, feel free to message me on Instagram, be like, hey girl, where have you been? I haven't seen you on my videos in weeks, because it's a lot. Like, doing this YouTube stuff is a lot, but I love it. So I definitely love supporting other people's channels. Um, so serious. Took speech therapy when younger, and I can't say or pronounce certain words properly. I get it. I mean, I wasn't, I didn't have to go to speech therapy or anything when I was little, but there are certain words that I cannot say, and I'm not even going to attempt it here. Actually, I'll just type it. Um, that word that I just typed there, I cannot say it for the life of me. Every time I try, it doesn't come out right, and it's it's frustrating because now I can never use that word. Not that I have to use that word or anything. It's just, yeah. I'm like, I can just snip that from my vocabulary. Yes, you are. You are hard on yourself, but it's fine. You make me laugh when you do it, and I'm sure you make a lot of other people laugh. So, um, yes, it is very time consuming. And I will be honest, sometimes when I'm driving to work, because of the fact that I have over an hour long commute to work, most days, so on the way to work, it's like 1 hour. And then on the way home, it's like an hour and 15. I will run people's videos while I'm driving. I won't watch them. I'll play them through the speakers and I'll just have my phone down and I'll listen. And then I will just go back in later and leave a comment. But it is just, it's a lot, I really try. I try so hard. So yeah. Um yeah. Ate, you watch way too many. I think you watch more videos than I do. So I commend you. Your phone is probably gonna break because you watch so much. Try saying it. No, 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 no. I can't say that word. I can't. I'm, like, thinking about it in my head, and it's definitely not gonna come out right. I would have to say it, like, enunciate, and it's just I can't say the whole word together. Um, that's why I was afraid to start YouTube. Aw, I'm glad you started, though, because I think it'll help. Like, when you get used to doing something, the more you do it, then the better you are at it. So, I think it's good, especially the last video that you made about the, 0 to 1,000. That was so good. Um, hey, Brittany. So nice to see you here. I miss seeing your videos. Um, yeah, you are a rock star, superstar, Shelly. So don't ever stop and keep your little like things that you say about yourself in there because I love it. Because some people, including myself, are big perfectionists. I can't help it. Like, I try so hard to like be really professional at all times, and I think it's because of the background that I come from. Like, I'm an accountant. That's what I do. So I'm always like really, really professional all the time. So when I'm like filming a sit down video, I feel like I'm always like business focused. And so I won't allow myself to like loosen up a little bit. But then as I'm like talking, I'm like, okay, getting a little bit like feeling it a little more. And then that's why that's why I'll end up having, like, some, bloopers. I'll put, like, bloopers in either at the beginning or the end of the video, so if you guys ever notice my bloopers, they're so stupid, but they crack some people up, so I just leave them in. Um, yeah, definitely ignore the negatives. If anyone has anything negative to say, just let me know and I will come get them. You know what I'm saying? Um, Me too, Alicia. I love bloopers. They seriously crack me up. I um I remember when I was doing my very first video. It's kind of like my channel trailer, which I have to do another one soon, but it's like the first video that people see when they come to my channel because it's only like 2 minutes long. When I was first filming that video, I was I had like a lot of bloopers. I was tripping up on my words. I recorded the whole thing in full, probably 5 to 10, anywhere between 5 and 10 times because I just kept like tripping up on my words. And at the time when I was filming it, I didn't think that I was going to like include bloopers in it, but I ended up including some at the end. And the feedback that I got from some of my friends, they were just like, yeah, that was definitely the right move to put them in because it was such a short video that it was, cool to keep those in there. Um, I have like down after seconds of posting a video. I find those hilarious. Yeah, they're definitely hilarious. Um, but yeah, I'm looking at the monitor right now and Nori is moving a lot. So I'm probably going to have to go and get her in a little bit. So if anyone has more questions, drop them right now because I will probably be hopping off here in a little bit. I feel like bloopers make you more relatable. Yeah, I agree. And I think because of the fact that I'm so like professional all the time, it kind of makes you more human. Like if I left my videos like really sterile and professional, people would be like, is she a robot or something? So I feel like keeping bloopers in lets people know that I do have a sense of humor. I can laugh at myself. And speaking of laughing at yourself, do you guys follow Aaron Williams and Tara Henderson on Instagram? They have been doing the ADO challenge. I think that's how you say it. And oh my God, they have been cracking me up. The workouts that they've been doing, and especially Erin, she's been like laughing at herself, like making fun of herself. And I have just been dying. I look forward to her Instagram stories every single day because I just like stare at my phone and I'm just like cracking up. No. If you showed your bloopers, they would not go away. Stop that. They would totally find them funny. I like bloopers. What's your next video? So, that's a good question because I have nothing filmed right now and that's a struggle for me. So because of the fact that my internet was down for over 10 hours yesterday, that kind of put me in a rut and I had zero motivation to film anything. So last night after Nori went to bed, I sat on the couch and I watched episodes of You on Netflix. So I didn't film anything, but I do have a spring Amazon fashion haul coming up soon. I have to film it, and I have that for me, and then I also have a toddler spring haul for Nori as well. Um, Hi, Alfie. I don't know if I said hi to you earlier, but yes, the series You is so good. So I watched the first season of that whenever it first came out, and I binged the crap out of that. I finished it really fast. But now that Nori's older and she doesn't let me watch anything on the TV when she's awake, I watch you when I have the chance, and so I only have watched. I think I made it through episode 8 last night, so I have 2 more episodes before I finish, but that was such a good series. And then I saw that they had like a little blurb in Netflix that said that season 3 would be coming out in 2021, and I can't wait. Um, you just rewatch the second season? Damn, girl, I like can't even get through the second season, but I'm trying. I'm gonna try to finish it. So, because of the fact that I did this live today, I am not going to have a video up on Tuesday, but I will have a video up on Friday. I just don't know what it is yet. I have to find the motivation to film something. To be honest with you, there is so much that I can film. I have a lot of ideas. I have so many things in this house that I can organize, declutter, clean. But the problem is I just don't have the time to film. Um, I almost need my mom to come and take Nori for a day so I can batch film a bunch of stuff. And not to mention, Frank has the opposite sleeping and work schedule that I do. So a lot of the time when I'm home and awake, he is sleeping. So I don't want to be an a-hole and make a bunch of noise here if he's sleeping. So that's another thing that I struggle with. But that's why I do some sit down videos, because honestly, talking at the camera, when I sit on the Chase Lounge over there, it doesn't require that much noise. So I can usually get those done. And then I did have that DIY wedding video that I did for my bouquets and centerpieces. And I said in that video that if you guys like that kind of stuff, to let me know in the comments and I'll keep doing them. So there are a few more videos that I can film as part of that series, but I just haven't had the time to do it, because I did do a lot of DIY for my wedding and saved a ton of money doing that. So I will definitely get more of that filmed soon so that I can make like a little mini series out of it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to go back and see what you missed, because it's a lot. So YouTube is super time consuming and I don't even have little ones. We can all relate, filming is time consuming. Yes. Yeah, I know. I only have one little one, obviously, and it's definitely a lot. And I thought I was crazy to start my channel at this age, but at the same time, I don't regret it, because I've been able to film some vlogs with her in it, and those are some of my favorite videos. Even though I know vlogs aren't searchable, so that's why a lot of people in our community don't do as many vlogs, because they're not searchable. That's not what is going to get traffic to your channel. But those are some of my favorite kind of videos. If I could just vlog all the time, then I would totally do that, because it's easy, not easy, but it's easier to just pick up a camera and share your life and not have to worry about setting things up. And because like when I do sit down videos, I have to set up my tripod, I have to set up my ring light, I have to prep what I'm talking about. And I don't write a script per se, but I do jot down a couple notes to make sure that I'm staying on target for what I'm supposed to be talking about, and I don't go off on a tangent. So if I could just vlog and just show what I'm doing, that would be so much easier. But yeah, I don't think I would get as much of a following that way, and it won't help my channel as much. But eventually, if I am so blessed to get monetized and grow more, I would love to put out more vlogs. I honestly love those videos that I have, especially the pumpkin patch one. That is one of my favorite vlogs that I did, because those are the videos that I'm going to look back on when, I don't know, when I'm older and Nori's older and she has, left me, which is so sad to think about. But those are the videos that I'm going to look back on, not me like cleaning my toilet. So I know you guys can understand that. Um, yes, Lori, your DIYs are so good. What you do is some of my favorite DIY work. I love looking at what you create and put together. I honestly want to do more DIYs, but um, one, it costs money to buy all the stuff. Two, sometimes I don't have the patience. Like I feel like if I don't practice it first, which is why I did a practice run on my wedding flowers, if I don't practice it first, I feel like I could jack it up. And then what good is that if I film it and it's all jacked up? But um Shelly, your life is not boring. You're a wedding photographer. Actually, I've been meaning to suggest to you, you should do like a BTS behind the scenes of like one of your photography sessions if like maybe your client would be not opposed to that because I don't know, I love that kind of stuff. I love wedding stuff. I love engagement photos and um what's it called? Maternity. I couldn't think of the word. My maternity pictures are over there. Maternity photos. Oh, glad to see you're still here, Lauren. I was wondering where you went. Oh yeah, it is Sunday. You do your food shopping. Um, yeah, I would love to see that behind the scenes. Good. I'm glad that's what you want to do because that's what I want to see. Um, and yes, Lori, I'm not being sweet. I'm being real. Honestly, I love, 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 love your DIYs. Um, Hi, Troy. Um, I can do practice runs on DIYs before I post, but I get most of the supplies. So if I lose 10, yeah, that's true. I know. I tell myself I do need to go to like Dollar Tree more and try to like come up with some um DIY ideas. But the problem with that is if I'm gonna go to Dollar Tree, I would most likely have to go when during my lunch break at work, and that's usually when I go to the gym. So I would have to pick and choose when like I decide to spend my time during lunchtime. But I don't always go to the gym, but Monday through Thursday I really, really try because that's really the only time I can. But I will say if I do make it into the Broad Street Run lottery this year, then I will have to start training for that run. And I usually train for runs on the weekends, which between YouTube, training for a run, all the other stuff that I have to do, I already feel stressed out thinking about it. So we'll see. Um, Def has have to ask my clients permission first. Yes, you should ask your clients for permission. I feel like maybe if you tell your client to check out your channel, maybe they'll see that like you have a really good subscriber base and your channel's doing well, and maybe they'll be like, yeah, heck yeah, do it. um, um, Sorry, I'm checking a message on my phone. Um, or even without clients, Shelly. Oh wait, sorry. Dollar Tree is Bay. You are correct about that, Alicia. Even without clients, Shelly, just vlog about the location, the camera you use. Oh, hi, Ingrid. How are you? Even though we already did talk to you earlier. You will do great because you are an expert on it. Yeah, Shelly, that sharing like what camera you use and all that stuff, I feel like a lot of people eat that stuff up on YouTube. I know I did. Um I didn't do photography as a job, but I did start dabbling in it a little bit. So I taught myself a lot about photography through YouTube. And so I was watching a lot of tutorials and I was researching a lot of cameras and stuff like that. So I think if you put that kind of stuff in your videos, you might like be able to tap into like a different audience base, and it might broaden things that you can cover on your channel. Um, Hi Robert, thank you for joining. Alicia, yes, I only have been once this year. I'm on a strict spending. I can easily spend $40 this week. It's ridiculous. The spending. Yeah, I also can spend a lot anywhere. Like Old Navy has pretty good sales, but I can manage to drop $200 easy. It's so bad. Does anyone else hate when grocery stores put soft stuff at the bottom of the bag? My fried rice. Oh no. Oh my god. Yes. I when I load up the conveyor belt when I go food shopping, I put everything heaviest first for that reason. And if they start bagging it like every which away, I get so mad. I'm like, dude, I just put all this in the order that I want it bagged. So why wouldn't you bag it that way? That sucks. I would be pissed. um okay, good. I'm glad that's in your to-do list, Shelly. Then just I think you meant put nice music on the background and make it an information kind of video or show example 5 basic techniques. Yeah, all that stuff. You could have so many different ideas for that, Shelly. You could probably get like 20 videos out of that easy. Yes, Old Navy is dangerous. Alicia, I don't think you were on the live when I was like talking about my obsession with Old Navy, but that is by far my favorite place to shop because they just have the best deals and the quality is great. I mean, I have never had an issue. In fact, I have had workout pants from Old Navy that I've had for at least 7 years. And that's not a lie because I could probably find a run that I did 7 years ago where I was wearing those. And yeah, I have no complaints about their quality. Lauren, I place my items on the yeah, that's exactly what I said. I get so annoyed when they will try and like jam the like carton of milk on top of my eggs. Like, are you joking? I put the carton of milk in the beginning and the eggs at the end. How did they end up near each other? Here we pack it ourselves. There are some stores in the US where you can do like self-checkout and load your own stuff, but I always tend to go to the regular lines. So yeah, I pack it a certain way. Whole Foods doesn't do that. They literally do what they want. Oh my god. I don't shop at Whole Foods, but I would expect better from them. So I hope you went back and yelled at someone. All right, guys, I'm looking at the monitor and she's just moving around a lot. It doesn't say that she's making any noise, so she's probably fine, but I don't want to leave her in there too long because now it's getting late and I don't want to push her nap time into too late. But there are still 8 of you on here, and I appreciate you guys more than you know for stopping by and chatting with me on this live. I will definitely do this again. I don't know when. I don't think I'll become like a regular live streamer just because I don't always have the time to do it. The weekend is normally when I'm out and about doing stuff, but this is the first weekend in a really long time that I haven't left my house, which is great. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And I am so happy I did this too. And thank you for the nice comments and the compliments. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Don't forget, I won't have a video up this Tuesday, but if you want to enter that giveaway that's on my Instagram, go ahead and enter it so that you can get a chance to win some free shoes for your kids. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the 3 of you, Yasmin, Shelly, and Lauren, for being mods. I know maybe I didn't tell you all that I was going to do that, but thank you so much. Thank you, Alicia. I will see you guys in the YouTube world and on Instagram. Bye. Bye, everyone.